Good job, Warcorpse666. I mean, it's funny how when I've been saying this all along, people mock me and abuse me, harass me, even flag me for it. But now that you're saying it, oh, all of a sudden it's legitimate rape. You know, that's what it comes down to. The fact is that I warned you all that moderators do this. They do this all the time. They're going to continue to do it in the future. You have to put a stop to them. Nobody wanted to believe me. Now it's happened to one of your friends, and all of a sudden, oh, now we have a problem. Well, now are you prepared to do something about it? Maybe if you had listened to my videos, you would have been more emotionally prepared for this, and you would be able to do more against them. I think Warcorpse666 is doing a decent enough job on his own, but there are some things that I disagree with. Number one of the things that I disagree with is that his only option is to contact his congressman. While I do believe that's a good idea to bring it to politicians' attention, politicians in and of themselves cannot do anything. They can pass a law, but that could take a lot of time. They're doing something illegal right now. There's no need to pass a law about that. What you need to do is contact your authorities, the FBI, local police department, things like that. I don't know where exactly YouTube is located, but I know they're in California. So that kind of breaks it down a little, and then from there, contact the sheriff departments in California and get their asses busted. I contacted the FBI personally about them, and in the future I will probably contact some other investigation firm. I've also reported them to several websites that involve themselves in things like the Better Business Bureau and other private organizations that deal with corruption and things like that, which I don't particularly trust, but it's something. The fact is, I don't put my faith in a private industry regulating another private industry. But the fact is, it's something. That's all that matters, is that something is done to YouTube. They deserve it. So, that's what you really have to aim for. Don't look at it as whether you can or you won't or you shouldn't. Fact is, YouTube needs to pay. That's what it comes down to. And I also disagree with you that somehow you think that you're not entitled to a class action lawsuit even if the contract said that you aren't. Guess what? Google broke their end of the contract. The contract is null and void. I've said that I've well, not really said it directly, but I've hinted to it ever since YouTube fucked with me the first time. You fucked over our contract. We are no longer under any agreement. I do not have to do absolutely anything for you now that you have gone and besmirched what we had going. So declare a class action lawsuit against them if you can. I will help you. I will help you declare that class action lawsuit. I will aid you in court. I will testify with you if you're willing to participate in that. Because no lawyer in the world is going to say that you're bound by a contract, but somebody else isn't. If they broke the contract, there's no fucking contract. And by the way, there's this thing called double speak. I mean, there's a technical term for it. There's a technical legal term, but I can't remember what it is. But essentially, it's double speak. If a contract has contradictory elements in it, it's a devoid contract. It's fraud. There is no contract if it contradicts itself. And many internet contracts contradict themselves. The very essence of moderators is self-contradicting. That's how they're able to get away with the violence and coercion. They wouldn't be able to sustain this if they were consistent. If they were consistent in their beliefs and their enforcement of those beliefs, they would have to ban themselves. And they would have to ban all their friends, and just not ban anybody. And they're not going to do that. So they have to contradict themselves. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with the law, when you're dealing with right and wrong, when you're dealing with property, you don't get to contradict yourself. And by AdSense's own equation, they're contradicting themselves. The very contract that we partners signed has contradictory elements if they're doing the shit and then expect us to uphold our end of the bargain. So, in other words, we can sue them all we want to. We can do fucking anything, regardless of what the contract says, because they self-contradicted the contract. So, if you want to argue in contrary of me in that regard, that's fine. But I'm just trying to look out for you. And mind you, I think you know better than to believe that I give a shit about you, but the fact is, I despise YouTube. I despise moderators. I despise all of what they're about. This has been my whole life's work trying to get rid of these evil son of a bitches. I will not rest until these wicked assholes are poor and in the street dying in the gutters. And the first step to that is to take down a big website like YouTube. So don't think I'm doing this for you. I think you know better than that. Don't think I'm doing it for me. Don't think I'm doing it for anybody. That's where Geno360 and all the other assholes get it wrong. They think I do this because I want to be a troll, or that I want attention, or that I want money. I don't get jack shit out of this. I definitely don't get money out of it. I don't get very much attention. If I wanted attention, I would just fuck a banana like the Amazing Atheist did or something. You know, I don't want fame. I've become quite infamous, but I don't desire fame if that's all it means is getting fucking banned everywhere. I do this because it's the right thing to fucking do. It's the right thing to do, and the wrong sorts of people need to be punished. They need to have justice met against them. They need to be the ones to suffer. Why are we getting fucking banned and treated like shit while they get to continue to live the high life? They're the ones with money and fame while they screw everybody else over. That's what this is about. And I could argue with you that that's the very nature of capitalism. And capitalism built up that, but, you know, there's not enough time in this video or enough time in the day. So I can talk about that some other time. The point here is that you see now what moderators do. Are you willing to say that Jim Profit was right and that you're willing to work with Jim Profit against them? Are you willing to listen to me? Are you willing to let me guide you in dealing with this moderator threat? And maybe we can actually do something about it. Maybe we can actually put a nail in that coffin and minimize moderators over the entirety of the internet. So I guess that's really all I have to say.